Hello Primary 4 and welcome back to your third session. Today we will be talking about Lesson 2 in Unit 1. Our lesson is called States of Matter. Before we start our lesson, I need you to remind me, what is matter? We said last time that matter is everything that has mass and volume. So, everything around us is called matter. The juice is matter. The ball is matter. The book is matter. Milk is matter. And even the air around you is also a matter. Now I need you to think with me. Is the matter that makes up a pencil same as the matter that makes up water? Same as the matter that makes up water vapor? Are they all made up of the same matter? Well, obviously the answer is no. They are different types of matter, or I can say they are different in their state. For example, the pencil is an example of a solid matter, while water is an example of a liquid matter, while the water vapor is an example of gaseous matter. So, we have three states of matter. Again, matter has three states, and what are they? They are solid, liquid, and gas. Again, solid, liquid, and gas. Solids are hard. You can hold them in your hand, like hat, pencil, table, bicycle, apple, and computer. While liquid, they are smooth. They float smoothly down your throat, like milk, drink, juice, hot chocolate, rain, and water. Gases float all around you, like air, wind, steam, and vapor. Firstly, we will be talking about solids. Let's imagine that I have a chair in my bedroom and I wanted to move it to another room. Let's take a look at the chair. Did the shape of the chair change? Did the color change? Did anything about the chair change? Well, obviously the shape doesn't change. That means the chair has definite shape. The word definite means doesn't change. So again, the first thing that we noticed about solid is that the shape of the solid doesn't change when I move it from one place to another, which also means that solids have definite shape. Now, let's take a look at its volume or its size. When I moved it from one room to another, did the volume of the chair change? Did it become smaller or bigger? Also, the answer is no. The volume doesn't change, which also means that it has a definite volume. So again, when we move the solid from one place to another place, we will find that it has a definite shape, which means its shape doesn't change. And also, the volume of the solid doesn't change. It doesn't get bigger or smaller. So solids like door, ball, and rock, all of them have definite shape and definite volume.
They can be hard like a block or soft like a blanket. They can be heavy like a boulder or light like a feather. They can be hot like a pizza or cold like an icicle. Here are some objects. Can you figure out which of these are solids? Let's identify the solid. a book, toy car, and a cup. All are solids.
Now let's answer some questions. The first question is, give reason iron is a solid. We said before that give reason means why. And in order to answer that type of question, we have to start our answer with because. So, again, why iron is a solid? In this case, you have to think what is meant by solid. Yes, as you said, because iron has definite shape and definite volume. So when I ask you why iron is a solid, you have to define what is solid. You have to say that because it has definite shape and definite volume. Complete. Solid objects have space shape and space volume. Yes, the answer is solid objects have definite shape and definite volume. Now, we will talk about liquids like juice, milk, and water. Now, let's imagine that we have a blue liquid and three different containers. By the word container, I mean jar or pot. So again, I have 50 milliliters of a blue liquid and three different containers. They are different in their shape. When I pour 50 milliliters of the liquid inside each container, does the shape of the liquid change? What do you think? Does the shape of the liquid stay the same in each one of them? Well, clearly it's not. As you can see here in the first container, which is a cylinder, the liquid takes the shape of the cylinder. It looks long. While in the second container, which is called a flask, you can see that the liquid takes the shape of the flask. It looks round and short. While the third container looks totally different from the flask and the cylinder. So I can say that liquids take the shape of their container. Or I can say liquids have indefinite shape. The word indefinite is the opposite of definite. Indefinite means changes. So I can say that liquids have indefinite shape, or I can say the shape of the liquids changes. Now, let's take a look at the volume. Does the volume change when I move it from one pot to another one? Does the 50 milliliter change when I pour it from the cylinder to the flask? Well, clearly no. You can see in the cylinder, here it's still 50 milliliter, and also in the flask and the beaker. All of them have only 50 milliliters of the liquid. So clearly, the volume doesn't change. Or I can say, liquids have definite volume. So we can easily say that liquids have indefinite shape unlike solids, and liquids have definite volume.
Let's learn about liquids now. Liquids do not have a shape. They take the shape of the container they're in. Water can fill a round bowl. It can fill a square pan. Or it can fill a tall glass. Liquids are also made of little pieces called particles. The particles of a liquid are held together loosely. They move and slide across each other. When you pour water, it flows into a container. It's not like a solid. Solids tumble and bang into each other. Liquids are soft and not hard. They can be hot, like a mug of hot chocolate. They can be cold, like a cold glass of lemonade. Can you identify which of these objects are liquids? Let's identify liquids. Water, orange juice, milk, and soup are all liquids.
Now let's answer some questions. First, give reason. Milk is a matter. I needed to take care of that type of questions because it's kinda tricky. When I ask you, give reason milk is matter or why milk is a matter, here I want you to define matter. As we knew before that matter has mass and volume. So your answer has to be that because milk has mass and volume. The other type is give reason. Oil is a liquid. In this case, you have to underline the word you need to define. Here you need to define liquid, okay? So your answer has to be because it has indefinite shape and definite volume. So you need to take care what you're going to define. Now complete. Liquid objects have space shape and space volume. Yes, liquid objects have indefinite shape and definite volume. Lastly, we will be talking about gas, like the helium gas that fills balloons, or the volcano smoke, or the water vapor. Now we have a group of balloons and all of them are filled with gas. The question is, do all of them have the same shape or they are different? Well, clearly they have different shapes. The air inside the balloons takes the shape of different balloons' shape. So I can say that gases take the shape of their container. That means gases have indefinite shape. Now, what about their volume? Is the space taken by the star balloon same as the space taken up by that long one or the round one? Well, obviously they don't have the same volume. They are different. So also gases have indefinite volume. Now, is there something similar between liquids and gases? Yes, there is. Liquids and gases take the shape of their container. So, both of them have indefinite shape. Now, give reason. Air is a gas. Why air is a gas? Well, clearly because air has indefinite volume and indefinite shape. Note that gases are the only state that can be pressed inside cylinders. By the word pressed, I mean squeezed or compressed. So, the only state of matter that can be pressed is gases. That's because they have indefinite shape and indefinite volume. Now, let's answer this exercise. A state of matter that has a definite shape and volume. Which one is that? The one that has definite shape and definite volume. Yes, it's solid. Now number 2, a state of matter that has indefinite shape and indefinite volume. How? Which one that has indefinite shape and indefinite volume? Yes, the answer is gas. Now, a state of matter that has a definite volume and indefinite shape. Definite volume and indefinite shape, that's liquid. Now, true or false? Copper and iron are solids. Copper is what used to make the doorknobs, okay? It's what used to make some of the keychains. And you know iron already, it's used in making cars. So, are both of them solids? The answer is true. Number 2, water and oxygen gas have definite volume. So, water and oxygen gas, both of them have definite volume? Of course, no. The answer is wrong because only water has definite volume while gas have indefinite volume. Now let's sum it all up. Today we have learned that there are 3 states of matter which are called solid, liquid, and gas. We said the difference between all of them is that solids have definite shape, which means its shape doesn't change, and solids have definite volume. Some examples of solid like car, desk, and brick, while liquids have indefinite shape, which means that its shape changes. The volume of liquids is definite. Examples for liquid like oil, milk, and juice. Last one is gas. We said gases have indefinite shape, which means that its shape changes, and it also have indefinite volume. Some examples of gases like air, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Here you have some more examples for solid, liquid, and gas. Solid like helicopter, toy, and false teeth, hammer, saw, clock, while liquid like water, juice, milk. Gases like steam or steam from soap or evaporation or cloud. That's all for today and thanks for listening.